Episode number 604. And here we are. We did one of these. Same bank, probably same person, same day I got the penny roll. That's one of the ways you could do a little bit of investigating. Oh, wow. Tight. You could do a little bit of investigating by, when you see the penny roll, there's a whole bunch of them at the same time. When you go to the bank, there's a good chance they are from the same person because, like, for example, this penny roll here is odd, right? The one that comes with the lines, this is an odd penny roll. Is Harrisburg? Yeah. I don't find these too often, and to find 5 or 10 of them at the bank, you can ask the teller. They might even remember when the person brought it in. But there's a very good chance. What is that? Why did the two? What year is that? 97. I don't know. I can't get into that, man. Whatever the heck that is, I can't get into that. See, I'll start drifting off. That's one of my issues. Is it ADHD? Probably. Honestly, they didn't have ADHD when I was a kid. They didn't have stuff like that. You were either smart or stupid. I guess there was average. Yeah, you're an average kid. Average tend to mean that was the nice way of saying you're dumb. Yeah, you're average. You're average. And it was below average, above average. Nice penny. Yeah, I was definitely below average as a kid. Super. Everything was a mission for me. I couldn't to grasp and couldn't pay attention and stuff like that. So definitely super duper average. How I got into that thought, I'm not sure. I'm really into these pennies. Yeah, I guess that is ADHD, right? Can't remember what I said 5 seconds ago. 88. Yeah, that would have been nice. Who knows? Dumbass, too dirty. Episode 604. 604 episodes. 1 year would be 365 times 2. Excuse me, 2 years. It'd be 730. Oh yeah, we got months before we get to that. Might get to it by the end of the year, I guess. 1998. I wasn't doing an episode a day back in the day. Another 2024. I have not found one copper penny yet. I was not doing an episode a day when I first started this channel. I was doing more random stuff. And that's why the channel name was Look What Jess Found, was because I was doing videos of things that I found in the street, things that I had lying around in the house. I did my marble collection. I did my stamp collection. I did my RCs, my radio control cars. Super dope video. If you didn't see if you're into radio control cars, you want to see a great radio control car. I don't know. It's one of my early ones. Maybe you could type it into the search bar, RC car. It's one of my favorite cars. Never ran it. I mean, I turned it on but I never ran it outside. I was afraid to damage it. And that's one of the problem with having a shelf queen of anything, really, because you don't use it. And you don't want to damage something. Has a bag mark too. And I think that's our first copper pen. That's our second copper pen. That's our first 77. We got two. All right, that's not bad. We got two already. Oh, nice. Copper small date. Oh, if this had the Denver little mark, I'd be rich. Too bad the other side. That's a beauty. Too bad there's all that damage on the other side. Maybe I can make a picture out of that. What if I put the light on? Will that help? Yeah. But the light doesn't work when I'm looking through. That's a really nice one. Too bad about the back, man. See, you lose the contrast. It's good for a picture, but you lose the contrast. Yeah. What a shame. I guess that's copyright number 3. 92. Yeah, it's a pretty demoed penny roll. When I find 30 pennies like this, I'm actually hoping not to find an error on it. It's just like, what a waste, what a shame. Yeah, it's not a repunch mint mark. Nah, I'll look at it under the loop just in case. I don't think it is, though. No, I think it's just flattened, to be honest with you. It looks very similar to the date, the numbers on the date. That's a nice copper penny. I was watching, I think he pronounced his name Theo Vaughn. He's a funny dude. And he was interviewing Arnold Schwarzenegger. Well, I love Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know, even if you don't like whatever some of the stuff that he did in his, it was very interesting. It was a very interesting interview, and he talks about how as you get older, you know, you really need to do things to keep your mind active and busy, right? Too much sitting down and get Alzheimer's and stuff like that. And I was just thinking just now how, you know, penny roll hunting as you get older probably be a great activity, you know, for your brain. You know what I mean? Like looking for things and paying attention and all of that. You know, your brain's probably firing. You know. Another 2024. A lot of 2024s in this. Really odd. Yeah, that was a really good episode. Let me tell you something. He looks great. He's got to be close to. He's got to be in the 70s, if not 80. And he looks great. Sounds amazing. He talks very, just perfect. Like, you know, like somebody in their 50s. Honestly, like a person who's 30, maybe not 50s, you know, definitely like maybe late 50s. Well, it depends where you're, man, there's some people in their 50s, man. I mean, you know, and again, if it's you, I'm not talking about anybody negatively, but just facts, you know. Some people in their 50s are in really bad shape, you know, they're not for whatever reasons. 97. But he looked really good, man. Great shape, and he talked about, you know, the importance of consistency, things that I talk about, you know. Except, of course, he was talking about in the form of exercise, which probably more important. I shouldn't say that, you know. Who's to judge what's more important or less important? But good. It was a good interview. Theo Vaughn with the Arnold Schwarzenegger. Check it out. Anyway, this is episode 604. God bless, and I'll see you in the next one.